V posts a cryptic message. V has been told to leave HYBE, Korean minister has come to V's defense, and Jin's encouraging words for Jungkook. Watch till the end to find out more. V posts a cryptic message. V recently put up a picture on his Instagram story. The picture showed a cat and had a calming message saying, "You're overthinking it again. Things will be fine." He added a note under the picture. "I got it, teacher cat. I won't break down." It seems like he was trying to say something about what's happening to him right now, but he didn't talk about it directly in his message. V has been in the news a lot because of some problems between Min Hee-jin and HYBE, the company that manages his music group. It looks like these problems have been tough on V, and his fans are really supporting him. They are telling him to stay strong and are upset with how some people are treating him unfairly, especially about what he did during his time in the military. Also, it's been claimed that V kept talking to Min Hee-jin while he was in the military, which caused some trouble. He was even checked on by military officials because some people complained about him using his phone. This has made his fans rally around him even more. They're really unhappy with how he's being treated and are sending him messages to cheer him up. They really care about him and want to make sure he's treated right. The Korean Ministry of Defense has come to V's defense. It all started when Min Hee-jin talked on a show called Kim Young-dae's School of Music on October 29th. She said that V had been sending her messages and calling her while he was supposed to be in military training. She mentioned that he even texted her in the middle of the night on her birthday, which made people wonder because V had only been in the military for 5 days at that point. Because of what she said, someone made a formal complaint to South Korea's Ministry of Defense. This person was worried that V was getting to break some military rules because he is a famous singer. They pointed out that people in military training, like V, are usually only allowed to use their phones for 1 hour on weekends and holidays, not in the middle of the night or right after they start their service. The Ministry of Defense looked into it and said everything was okay with how V used his phone. They found out he used his phone only during the times he was allowed to, which didn't match what Min Hee-jin said about getting a message in the middle of the night. The ministry also said there's no proof that V got any special treatment or exceptions, and they couldn't share more details because of privacy rules. This explanation from the ministry made people online talk more about what Min Hee-jin said, wondering if maybe she didn't remember things right or made them sound more dramatic. This whole thing shows how closely people watch celebrities when they are doing their military service, and how important it is to be clear about the rules they need to follow. Fans disrespected Jin. After Jin finished his military service, he started doing a lot of fun events to hang out with his fans. On November 24th, he organized a special event at Lotte World theme park in South Korea, where he invited 50 fans to ride the merry-go-round with him. He even shared some pictures from the day on social media to show how much he enjoys spending time with his fans. At this event, Jin gave away albums signed by him as gifts to the fans who came. He did this to show how thankful he is for their support. But soon after the event, some people started selling these signed albums online for a lot of money. This upset many people because they felt it was wrong to sell these special gifts that Jin had given as a sign of his love for his fans. The comments online were pretty tough, with people saying that selling these gifts was disrespectful to Jin. Besides the fun at the theme park, Jin also had a fan call event where he talked to more fans over the phone. Some people noticed that a few fans who went to the theme park got to talk to Jin again in the fan call. This made some fans feel it was unfair because they thought everyone should get a chance to talk to Jin, not just the same few over and over. This led to a discussion about making sure events are fair, so every fan gets a chance to meet Jin without some fans getting more chances than others. All of this has started a bigger conversation about how fan events should be handled and how special gifts from idols like Jin should be given out. The goal is to make sure that these events and gifts really show the idols thanks without being taken advantage of, and that all fans get a fair chance to meet their favorite stars. K-pop group could leave HYBE. NewJeans, a group of 5 singers, is in a tough spot with their music agency, Adore. On November 13th, they sent a letter to Adore, telling them they had broken some big rules in their contract. They asked Adore to fix these problems within 14 days, by November 27th, or they would end their contracts with the agency. So far, Adore hasn't answered NewJeans' complaints. Instead, Min Hee-jin, who used to be the CEO of Adore and worked there as an internal director, resigned. One of the things NewJeans wanted was for her to be the CEO again. There are 3 main ways this could go for NewJeans, according to people who know a lot about the industry. The first way is that NewJeans could leave Adore early and pay a big fine. They still have 2 years and 9 months left on their 5-year contract they signed in August 2022. Most experts think this won't happen because it's a lot of money for both NewJeans and Min Hee-jin, unless some other big company decides to pay the fine for them. The second way is for NewJeans to show that Adore didn't follow the contract rules, which would let them leave without having to pay. But Adore doesn't want this to happen and says they will help NewJeans grow and do better. Legal experts think it will be really hard for NewJeans to prove Adore did something wrong, and fighting this in court could take many years. The third way is that NewJeans could just end their contract on their own and maybe sign with a new music label under a different name, even while they might still be fighting with Adore in court. The law in South Korea says they can do this because no company can force artists to work if they don't want to. Even if there's a legal fight, NewJeans can still make music with someone else, but they might lose the rights to their old songs and any deals they had for ads. What happens next is still unknown, and both fans and people who watch the music industry are waiting to see what NewJeans will do. For now, Adore isn't saying anything about what's going on. HYBE singers are prohibited from singing for other companies if they leave. HYBE has made a rule that when employees leave the company, they have to sign a special agreement called a non-compete agreement. This was reported by Sports Kyunghang. This rule stops these former employees from working at or starting businesses that are like HYBE's for 1 whole year after they leave. The report also mentions that employees from all of HYBE's different parts, like Adore, need to sign another agreement called a confidentiality agreement. This agreement says they can't share any secret information from the company or start a similar kind of business for a year. They are not allowed to set up or run a business that would compete with HYBE. Some legal experts think the non-compete agreement is too unclear and broad. A lawyer revealed that this kind of vague agreement might be thrown out by a court because it unfairly stops former employees from finding jobs in what they are good at. HYBE says that this agreement is to keep the company's special information safe and stop it from getting to their competitors. They told Korea Jungang Daily that making employees sign this agreement is a normal thing to do in industries that deal with creating content and other creative work. They also mentioned that they make sure these agreements are checked by lawyers to confirm they are legal and can be enforced. This policy has been criticized because it could limit the job options for people after they leave HYBE. Singer reveals what V is like in real life. Lee Ji-young from the music group Big Mama recently talked about a surprising moment she had with V at the Veteran Cultural Festival in Chuncheon. In an interview with Sports Korea on November 25th, she spoke highly of V, saying she really admired how professional and polite he was. She pointed out that being ethical and having good manners are very important for musicians. During the festival, Lee Ji-young was taken aback when V came over to greet her after her performance. It was the first time she had ever met a member of BTS, even though she's been in the music industry for a long time, both with her group Big Mama and as a solo artist. She was really struck by how polite and handsome V was. This meeting got a lot of attention from V's fans all over the world. After she shared a video of their meeting, fans sent her lots of comments. V was at the festival as part of his duties with the Special Duty Team, which is a special military unit under the control of the 2nd Army Corps located in Chuncheon. His involvement in the festival shows that he is dedicated to his responsibilities, even though he is a famous singer. Feeling inspired by meeting V and listening to his music, Lee Ji-young decided to cover one of his songs. V to release a special winter single. This winter, if you're a fan of BTS's V and singer Park Hyo-shin, you're in for a special treat. Big Hit Music has announced that these two famous artists are coming together to release a new song called Winter Ahead on November 29th. Winter Ahead is a jazz pop song, which means it has a smooth and jazzy style mixed with pop music. The song is meant to be calming and cozy, perfect for the chilly winter days. It's designed to make the most of V's and Park Hyo-shin's soft and unique singing voices. By teaming up, they're creating a song that blends their sounds beautifully, making it both catchy and full of emotion. The song talks about how great it feels to spend time with other people, which is something really nice during the cold months. Big Hit Music hopes that Winter Ahead will touch everyone's hearts, making the holiday season better and more special when shared with friends and family. They want everyone listening to feel the warmth and happiness that comes from being with loved ones, especially when it's cold outside. Fans are encouraged to listen to this song during holiday gatherings and enjoy its sweet message. J-Hope was spotted at a party. On November 22nd, a special event took place to celebrate the opening of the very first flagship store of a Swiss luxury watch company called Audemars Piguet in Seoul. This event was also about showing off a new team-up between Audemars Piguet and an American artist named Kawis. Many famous people came to this party, including J-Hope from BTS. J-Hope, who is known for being really lively and fun, was the center of attention. There's a video from the party that shows him dancing with Ilaria Resta, which really made the event more fun. The videos from the event only show little bits of what happened that night, but those clips showed everyone having a great time. The event was a great place for these celebrities to talk and get to know each other better in a fun setting. Fans of J-Hope really loved how he made the event exciting. One fan even said that J-Hope made what could have been a boring night into something unforgettable, just by being his usual fun self. The party wasn't just about the famous people there. It also showed off the fancy and important style of the Audemars Piguet brand as they introduced their big project with Kavs. Jin's encouraging words for Jungkook. Recently on the Spotify show Kpop On, BTS Jin shared a special moment that really touched fans all around the world. During the show, which aired on November 22nd, Jin talked about a recent phone call he had with Jungkook. Jungkook is currently doing his military service, and Jin's words to him were all about offering support and encouragement despite being far apart. In their conversation, Jin told Jungkook to stay strong and keep going, a message that really moved their fans. This conversation showed how strong their friendship is, and how BTS members care for each other even when they're not together. Fans responded very emotionally on social media, saying things like this shows their true brotherhood, and they can't wait until they are all together again. These reactions show how much fans admire the real friendship and love the BTS members share. Jin, who is the oldest member of BTS and has finished his own military service, was on the show not just to talk, but also to have some fun and promote his solo album HYBE. He joined in different fun activities like cleaning a room quickly, dancing on the spot, and making kimchi while chatting with the show's hosts. Jin also appeared on another show called The K-Star Next Door, where he talked about giving advice to the other BTS members when they started their military service. He talked about how they were feeling nervous and how he encouraged them, showing how he looks after the younger members like a caring big brother. These appearances by Jin help fans see more about how the BTS members support each other like brothers. This sense of unity and caring is something that the fans really love and find very touching. Psy's house was seized by the government. Singer Psy recently had some trouble with his old house because he didn't pay fines related to building things without permission. This house is in a fancy area called UN Village in Seoul's Yongsan district. The government took control of the house for a while because of the unpaid fines, but Psy paid them 5 months later and got his house back. However, he still needs to fix the unauthorized changes he made to the house. Back in September 2008, Psy and his wife bought a big, fancy apartment and a nearby office space in a place called the House Villa Complex. They paid around $1.57 million for the apartment. They lived there until 2020. Then they moved to another place called Park Hanam and started renting out their old home. The problem started when it was discovered that Psy and his wife had changed the apartment by connecting it to the office space with a shared staircase, making it one big home. This was not allowed, so the local government office checked it out and told them to change it back to how it was originally. Later, they found more unauthorized building work involving concrete. In May of this year, because Psy and his wife hadn't paid the fines for these issues, which had added up over 16 years, the government took control of the property. The exact amount of the money they owed was not shared, but it was a lot. Even with these problems, Psy kept buying more property. While his first house was taken over by the government, he bought a new fancy house in a place called Upper House Namsan in Itaewon, Seoul. This house is in a neighborhood where other famous people live. He made a deal for this house in July 2022 and finalized it in September. Currently, Psy's first house is still not following local building rules. When asked for a comment, Psy's music agency, P Nation, did not give any information about what's happening with the house. V has been told to leave HYBE. The way HYBE has been promoting BTS member V's upcoming solo song Winter Ahead, which he worked on with Park Hyo-shin, has made a lot of fans and people online unhappy. Even though the teaser for the song got people excited, it seems like HYBE hasn't done much more to promote the song, which has started a lot of discussions and complaints on the internet. Fans are upset because they've noticed that V's new song isn't getting as much attention or promotion as other artists' projects. This became really clear when V himself thanked the news outlets that mentioned his teaser. This thank you was important because it showed he really does care about getting the word out about his music, even though some people thought he might prefer to keep things quiet. The issue got even more attention on Korean online forums, where fans and other people talked about how V's solo work doesn't seem to get as much media coverage as other news stories, including scandals involving other people in the music business like former Adore CEO Min Hee-jin. Screenshots showing V's thank you posts to the media added more fuel to these discussions. Some of V's fans are really frustrated and are saying that he should leave HYBE after his contract ends. They feel like his solo music hasn't been supported enough by the company, and this has been a problem for a while. The fans think V isn't being given the attention he deserves, and that he might do better with a different company that could support his music more. This ongoing problem with how HYBE is managing V's solo career has not only changed what fans think, but has also started a bigger conversation about how music companies should promote their artists and choose which projects to focus on. As V gets ready to release Winter Ahead, the way he's being treated by HYBE is still a big topic, showing how important it is for music labels to support their artists properly in the K-pop world. BTS nomination at Billboard Music Awards causes controversy. The 2024 Billboard Music Awards recently announced their nominees, and it's got everyone talking, especially about the K-pop categories. This excitement shows just how popular K-pop has become all over the world. On November 25th, they shared a list that includes several categories just for K-pop artists, which shows how important K-pop is in the world of music. In the category called Top Global K-pop Artist, some of the big names are two BTS members, Jimin and Jungkook, Stray Kids, and TXT. These artists are famous not just in Korea, but all around the world, showing just how much people everywhere love their music. Another category, Top K-pop Touring Artist, includes HYBE, 17, and TXT. This category looks at how good these artists are at performing live and going on tours, which is a big deal in K-pop. For the top K-pop album, the nominees are ATEEZ, Jungkook, Stray Kids, who got nominated for 2 different albums, and TXT. This category focuses on which K-pop albums sold the best and did really well on music charts last year. There's also a category for the top global K-pop song with songs by ILLIT, Jimin, Jungkook, a song Jungkook made with Jack Harlow, and Les Seraphim. This shows the variety of music K-pop artists are making and how they like to work together with others. However, not everyone is happy about the nominations. Some people notice that a lot of the nominees are from HYBE, and they think this might not be fair. They wonder if HYBE had too much influence on who got nominated. People who don't agree with this say that HYBE's artists did really well on music charts this year, which is why they got so many nominations. Some people also asked if HYBE was trying to influence the awards. Why didn't they do it for other big music awards too, like the 2024 Mama Awards, where Les Seraphim didn't get nominated? This whole discussion shows just how seriously people take these music award nominations, especially with K-pop becoming such a big deal all around the world.